What's up, Wikimaniacs? Our live show did sell out, but we've worked with the venue and we've got 50 more tickets going to be available today. So go get your tickets if you missed out on the first sale. We are doing a show in Toronto, November 15th at 6 p.m. Doors open at 5. We will be doing a live show for about 2 to 3 hours, and then we'll be doing a meet and greet afterwards. So if you missed out on the first sale, go get your tickets now. Hopefully they're still available. We only have so many. Link will be in the description. We'll see you there. Bye.
All rise. Court is now in session.
Get therapy.
I'm not reading. Get therapy. What's up, Wikimaniacs? And Josh took off the hat. Look at that sexy hair. But welcome
Not what you're supposed to do?
welcome to another Am I the Asshole episode, Court Edition. I am your judge today. Panipinoy John. Joining me as usual, either prosecutor or defendant.
I'm
Josh
actually
and Sean.
the guy who opens the door.
What do we even call those people? Bailiffs? Are they still bailiffs? No, the bailiffs are the ones that stands there, right?
Oh, no, I want to be the one who transcribes. That's what I want to do.
I mean, kind of as a producer, that is what you're doing.
Kind of, actually, yeah. You know what?
Technically,
A little bit.
Oh,
technically.
drop my phone.
Oh, no.
That was so
But
over
yes.
the top for what you did.
Oh, no. I mean, it dropped crazily.
But yes, welcome to another Am I the Asshole Court Edition. If you hate this, sorry, we have to do it every now and then. But basically, if this is your first time hearing one of these episodes, one of the guys are going to be either the prosecution, one is going to be the defendant. We'll determine it off of like a dice roll over the internet. So whoever gets the highest roll gets to choose if they want to prosecute or they want to defend. The twist for this, kind of usually I do it like this. All the episodes I chose, Reddit either deemed no one's the asshole or everyone sucks here.
Oh.
So we can...
There's actually a chance to defend.
Yeah, it's not heinous.
Possibly. It's not heinous. So
Got it.
we try not to, because sometimes when it's too one-sided, it's like, is it really?
Then you
should we
start
really
quoting the Bible. And
So there might be some gray areas depending on how you guys defend or prosecute the OP. So, but
right.
before we get started, boys, any announcement you'd like to make?
yes, well, I mean, as we're recording this, tickets are on sale for our live stream, or our live show, sorry, in Toronto, November 15th. Doors open at 5 p.m. Show starts at 6, and then we do a meet and greet afterwards. We're going to be recording the show, so everyone that buys a ticket will get a recorded version. If you aren't able to attend, don't worry. We will be selling the recorded version later on Patreon, so you can check that out there. Tickets are $30 USD, and get them while you can, because I don't know if they're still available right now as we're recording.
This is true.
That's a wild thing to think about. As we were recording this episode, we released it October 7th. I think by the time it was pretty much night for us, we're like, dude, this is halfway sold out already,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Really, I just wanted, at least 50 people. We got that in under 24 hours. So really, thank you guys.
We appreciate it.
Super
absolutely.
appreciate
It. We're all excited to see you guys. I hope you guys are not as horny in the Patreon chat and the live show, because, please don't.
Our wives can fight. And we can fight if you're trying to get our wives. We also could fight.
Absolutely.
My IRL friends will be there, so.
And they can
So
fight
we got
too.
backup. We got backup.
And they're still not sure what I do 100%.
They will find out. Like,
All
we're
right,
those
so
two
the
bros
first
with
thing,
you.
we have some John Cena, Randy Orton smut to read live to
They're
you
like, I
guys.
knew you did OnlyFans.
And he ate my last cookie. All right, boys. Ready to get the episode started today.
Let's do it.
Sir, yes, sir, judge, sir.
Let's make this
This
fun.
is
I'm
a
not even
military
going to
court.
Yes.
Everything is punishable under the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
Yeah.
All right. should I read the titles? Then you guys can roll, or do you just want to keep it surprise? It's up to you guys.
No, read the titles, then
we'll roll. That way we
All right.
would know.
Otherwise, it's just random.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. First story of the day is posted by Lost Lower Score Emotion 7596. The title is, "Am I the asshole for not making more of an effort to see a friend while she was in town?"
Okay. I'm going to roll.
Ooh.
11?
17.
Ooh, Sean, my boy. Defendant or prosecution?
Defend.
Shit.
All right. Story goes as this. Last year, I had surgery and I had to take at least 2 weeks off from work. My sister came to stay with me during my recovery as I was going to have a hard time getting around for the first few days. At the same time, a family friend, let's call them Alice, came to my city for a bridal shower. We've known each other for 20 years or so, and I've been living in the city for 7 years at that point. When she first mentioned her trip months in advance, I said we could try to meet up, but I really underestimated how rough the surgery would be on me. I am young and thought I would bounce back super quick, and while I healed well, it still kicked my butt for the first few weeks. By the time she got here, I was 3 days post-op, exhausted, on pain meds, and even getting up to go to the bathroom was a challenge. And the old man noises I would make were less than auditorily pleasing. Alice invited me to a friend's birthday dinner, and I'm pretty reserved normally, and I didn't know the birthday person. The restaurant they were going to is pretty touristy, and I had never met the birthday person, and according to friends who have been to this place, it is very loud and the seating would not have been very fitting for a person 3 days post-op. Maybe it's the introvert in me, but that just didn't sound very good time, and I know I would have been bad company. So I declined. The next day, Alice wanted to swing by my place before leaving. It's important to note that she didn't have a vehicle. I live in a small apartment that can barely host 2 people. Her group of girlfriends would probably be waiting outside, and she's allergic to my pets. At this point, I was just tired and wanted to rest, so I suggested we wait until her next trip or until I go back to my hometown to visit. I thought that was the end of that, but turns out Alice was upset. She never directly said anything to me, but about a week or so later, some mutual acquaintances ended up unfriending/blocking me on social media and blowing off my sister when she tried to hang out. I do feel bad for not seeing Alice, and I understand it probably came across as me blowing her off. But at the same time, I was 3 days post-op and barely managing basic things. Some of those mutual acquaintances I mentioned earlier who blocked me, and at some point they had been in my city and never mentioned it to me. But I didn't get offended and unfriend/block people. While it sucked, I understand that they have their own lives. Sometimes things just don't work out how we want them to. So am I the asshole for not making more of an effort to see her?
All right, I want to put the baseline is for people who haven't listened to this before. These are not always our true thoughts. But OP, you're absolutely the asshole. You made plans with this friend for weeks beforehand. It doesn't sound like you gave her much of a heads up as to like, hey, I'm going to be in surgery that week, so I might be out of it. I think the polite thing to do would have been to tell her beforehand, hey, this is a possibility. You know what I mean? I'm not blowing you off. I'm going into surgery. Or even after the fact, when you didn't think about that and she was asking you to go out, say, hey, I just had surgery the other day. I'm really not feeling well. It sounds like you just said, nah, I don't want to come. Or nah, I don't want you over at my place. Instead of telling her the actual truth of it. What else is she supposed to think other than, my friend's blowing me off after we made these plans. So I think you're the asshole for that.
May I approach the bench, Your Honor?
Proceed.
Bend over.
You want to take this gavel?
No, just to approach the bench. Just to do my job.
Well, sit on my lap then. Let's hear
You
it.
guys fucking seeing this shit? This is crazy. I need to file a lawsuit against you.
I see nothing, Your Honor.
Good.
We're making would you say this court is a place of truth, Your Honor?
I mean, you have to, or you could go to jail.
That's
for
a yes
this,
or no
buddy.
question. Also, Josh, shut the fuck up. I don't think you're allowed to talk.
You're right. You're right.
Ah, that's
Just
absolutely
remember,
right.
guys, you are under oath. You
Decorum.
swore to say nothing but the truth.
Yes, exactly. Right. Yeah. A place of truth and a place of facts, one might say. Yes.
Carry on with this conversation. You're
I am.
you're
I just need
babbling.
a yes or no. I'm not babbling. I'm not babbling. Now, anywhere in the post, did OP mention, my client mention, that they didn't tell them about their surgery? The silence
Yes.
is all you need to know.
Well, I think he's reading it.
I'm reading it right now because it looks like
It doesn't say either way, I don't think.
it doesn't say either way.
Interesting. And here the other lawyer is trying to say lies and say that, yeah, she didn't in fact say anything. She just told them, oh, I can't make it. You don't know that. You don't know that for a fact, do you?
Do you want me to
It
answer?
doesn't matter what you think. All
an
I'm
inference.
saying is we don't know for sure whether or not my client did disclose how soon it was post-op. You know what I mean? They could have mentioned it, and then, my colleague's client over here could have still demanded to be seen, be heard, to try and be the main character. Well, guess what? I already forgot your name. You are not the main character, okay? OP is tired. OP thought they'd be fine. Maybe they're not making the best decisions post-op because, again, it's just 3 days post-op. It's not like she said, fuck you, I never want to see you again. Just, hey, next time you visit, I probably won't have a surgery. Or, hey, next time I visit, it'll be fine. I do applaud my colleague's client saying, hey, maybe I'll just come over. But to come over with the entire bridal party to my client's small apartment, that clearly makes no sense. Why would you want to
Hold
do
on.
that? Oh, not your turn.
Objection.
Habeas corpus,
Speculation.
decorum.
Speculation.
Sustained or over whatever the fuck it is. Let what are you, prosecution?
I don't
Defend
know.
it.
Defend
Let defendant keep going.
Exactly right. My client was tired. My client could not physically host people, could not physically go to a restaurant with a lot of people. You could say, why didn't my client make some plans like, hey, let's go to a coffee shop just one-on-one? To which I say, she's tired. It's post-op, 3 days post-op. She's making the plans. Why don't you make the plans? Also, I don't want to fucking be rude here, but I think your client's being a little bit of an asshole by trying to make this bridal party more of a, her thing. It's not her party to decide what she gets to do and not to do, to try and make side time for a friend. I think that's
Okay,
weird.
there's got to be an objection here. This has nothing to do with the
Go-
case.
It has everything
Go
to do
ahead.
with the case.
Wrap it up. Defense.
So, bona fide de facto ex parte habeas corpus, decorum and such. That's all I'll say.
Whatever the fuck that meant, but go ahead, prosecution, go ahead and do a counter argument.
I think the only other thing I wanted to say was the defendant and the defendant's lawyer are also assuming the whole party was coming over. OP could have just said, hey, just you and me come hang out. Like at my, because she, my client was also saying, I'll just come over. She didn't say I'm bringing the whole bridal party. You know what I mean? She could have Ubered over by herself. We don't know.
That was also implied, correct?
So it's an assumption as well on your part.
Fuck you.
All right, Wikimaniacs, let us. Sean, you got any closing remarks?
No, that's it.
Defense. All right. Well, this is like truth. We can always skip true thoughts in the end as well, so that way Wikimaniacs can hear us. This is gonna be deemed no one's an asshole in this situation by Reddit.
think, yeah.
The top comment for this one by 1962 Michael. No one's an asshole here. You're telling us why you didn't spend more time with Alice, but did you tell her the honest reason that you didn't want to hang out? You could have put, hey, I'd love to hang out, but I did have surgery 3 days ago. Plus, I can't drink and I don't want to split my stitches. As for her dropping by, personally, I would have just let her. It's not your problem if there's no room for her friends. She can decide whether to stay or go or have them wait in the car. Again, I would be 100% honest and say, I'm just out of surgery, so I haven't had the energy to vacuum up the cat hair, but come on up. Sometimes people think they need to complete a social contract. She was in your city and wanted to make an effort to connect. Even 5 minutes in the apartment might have been enough for her to check the box. I'm not going to call her an asshole because from her perspective, you were avoiding her. So it seems like there was also like a lack of communication from OP. Like, hey, I'm just not going to pull up to this place because one, I'm an introvert, and two, like, I don't know these people. I think if OP just told the real reason, like, dude, I just got out of surgery. Yeah. I think the friend would have been more understandable. I can see where the friend is like, are you ignoring me? I came to the city. I am trying to make an effort to see you. Like, yeah, I would feel some type of way too. So I understand both sides in this scenario.
No, I agree. And like, I understand, like, they did just go through, you know, a surgery. So they're probably not on, like, you know, maybe they're on medication or something, not thinking completely straight. But yeah, that is something where it's like, I would feel a type of way if I was the friend trying to visit my friend and see them, you know, visiting a city I don't go to very often, and they're just blowing me off without giving me a detailed why. Yeah. That sucks.
I'm probably going to put myself on blast here, but like, if I'm going to, I think it's only with bridal parties, really. Like, if I'm going to a place for a bridal party, I'm not even if I'm going to a town where I have like friends, like if I went to Ottawa for a bachelor party, I don't think I would try to make plans with Josh.
No, that's fair.
For a regular trip, yeah. Like if I just had friends that are like, yeah, let's go to Ottawa. And then I'd like skip one of our events or whatever to hang out with Josh. But during a bridal party, I think it's a little strange. But that's just a me thing, you know?
No, I do agree with that. Yeah. And it's like, maybe if OP's friend stayed an extra day, like in Ottawa, or like, you know, like
after the party ends. But I fear it's weird to leave a bridal party but then again, your client was like, yeah, the party's over. I'm trying to go right before I go to the airport just to say hi.
True.
And then my client was still like, no.
Yeah. I think the only thing that was bothering me about the story towards the end is how like Alice, I think, had a justified reason to like kind of be upset or feel some type of way about it. But it seems like she told the story to her friends, and then like her friends were the ones that kind of lashed out on OP, like blocking her, being passive aggressive, shit like that. I think, you know, grown friends should just be like, hey, that made me feel ignored. That made me feel some type of way.
I think blocking is crazy.
Yeah.
And then getting other people to block, I think, is crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't know if she made them block them. She just told them the story and they were like, oh, fuck her.
Yeah. The friends were the reactionary about it. Yeah. So, well, Reddit deemed not the asshole. So chat, comment, let us know if this is like a verdict that you agree with Reddit, and loving the terms right now, Sean. I appreciate you getting in character. Josh,
I don't love you yelling at me, but
I'm sorry. I would never in real life. I would never in real life.
I get so scared.
All right. Next story is posted by Mundane Ad 3602. The title for this one: Am I the asshole for changing the Wi-Fi password and not telling my roommate?
Ooh, okay. Let's roll.
Roll it up.
Nat 20.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
Nah, it's a 15.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been sick. I would have been way more excited if I had.
It's like same number, 20. Josh?
I'm going to go defense.
You gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta do it. These motherfuckers ain't paying the bill.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Okay. All right. So, hey guys. So my 19 female roommate, let's call her C, 20 female, and I have been living together for about 8 months. At first it was fine, but lately it's become unbearable. She's one of those people who constantly has things going on. She has people over, constantly. It's not just a few friends on a Friday. It's like 4 to 6 people almost every night of the week. They're loud. They take over the living room, and they eat my food. I've come home to find my entire fridge raided and gone more than once. I'm not a hermit, but I value my peace and quiet, especially after classes. I basically just hide in my room with my headphones on. I've tried talking to her about it 3 times. I was polite at first, then more direct. Each time she gets super apologetic, says, "You're right, I'll tone it down," and then nothing changes. Last week, I even left a note on the fridge asking her to please not have people over after 10 p.m. on weeknights. She texted me, "Okay, I got it." And then that very night, had a bunch of people over until 1 a.m.
Interesting.
Last night was the final straw. She was having another one of her movie nights, and there were like 8 people here. They were being so loud I could hear them over my game. I went out to get a glass of water, and one of her guy friends was trying to figure out how to use my expensive coffee machine that I specifically told her not to touch. So I just lost it. I went back to my room, logging into the router settings and changed the Wi-Fi password. It's like 20 characters long, so she'll never guess it in a million years. Literally 2 minutes later, I hear a bunch of, "Oh my God, the Wi-Fi isn't working," from the living room. C comes and knocks on my door, asks if the internet is down for me too. I just said, "Nope, works fine for me." She asked what the password was, and I told her I changed it. She just stared at me and then asked why. I told her the internet is for residents, not her friend circle, and that I was tired of it all. She got furious, said I was being a psycho, passive-aggressive, and controlling. I said I was being effective since talking didn't work. She and her friends all went off to another house, but since then she's been giving me the silent treatment. She texted me that I'm a huge bitch and that I'm making her living situation hostile. A part of me feels bad, but honestly, I just wanted my apartment back. I pay for half of the internet. I should be able to use it in peace. So am I the asshole?
You're up first, Sean.
Oh, right.
The prosecution is up first.
May I approach the bench?
Absolutely.
May I hop on it? Crazy style.
Sit on this gavel, baby.
Plus 10, Sean wins.
May I slob on your knob on her?
Let me gavel that ass up.
Jesus Christ. My client just likes to fucking chill, dude. What's so bad about that, my guy? Sure. What I mean, and I really apologize for this, Judge. That night, was it after 10?
It was.
Fuck.
He said literally the same night.
Okay.
He said, let me read it again to give you a little bit of time to think. Last week, I even left a note on the fridge asking her to please not have people over after 10 p.m. on weeknights. She texted me, "Okay, got it." And then that very night, had a bunch of people over until 1 a.m.
Yeah, interesting. So here's what I'll say about that. Two things, really, of note. My colleague's client said, "Hey, don't touch the coffee machine."
Okay.
My client never touched the coffee machine, which upset, my colleague's client very much. It wasn't my client who did it. Two, my client pays for the fucking internet. If I'm paying for that shit, I deserve access to it. And what I do with it is up to me because, again, I'm paying for at least half of it. So besides that, there's not a lot going on for my client. If I'm being quite honest with the jury, my client's a little bit of a dickhead roommate, if I'm going to be quite honest. But the moral of the story really is who's paying for the internet?
The answer is half of them.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Don't got a lot. That's it, brother.
May I approach the bench, Your Honor?
If you sit on it as well as our prosecution sits on it.
Can I gobble on that gavel?
Holy moly.
This reminds me of that Fantastic Four fucking. I just gobbled it all up, and then they were just like staring at each other. It's the second look that fucked me up, dude.
He kept looking.
I never skipped that video. All you see, homeboy was like this in the background, and then he just goes. Approach.
All right, so
Sit.
the one thing I will say is people hate when we're the prosecutor, we say we have a client because we're technically prosecuting. We don't have a client.
Oh, we don't have a client.
No. That's how it works.
Oh, my bad.
It's fine.
The beauty of it is we're fucking dumb, so it's even funnier.
I'm sorry we didn't go to law school, guys.
Yet.
Quid pro quo.
Exactly. The one thing I will say is I think this one's in the bag for my client. Sean asked the question, you pay half, you deserve half, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Same goes for rent, correct?
Correct.
You deserve under your roof, you pay half of respect, proper like time to go to bed and be able to relax in your own home. It sounds like, OP's roommate is monopolizing the home and making OP feel like they're in a hostile environment. If they can do that and OP pays half of that, I feel they're fair in their, in the right to take over half the internet. On top of that, these friends are eating OP's food, using her coffee maker without her express permission. And I think that is way more money than whatever the internet bill is each month. So I think OP was in her right to, lay down the ground rules because she's asked multiple times, seemingly rejected multiple times and not listening. So OP did the one thing that she figured out would work, and lo and behold, it worked. So I rest my case, Your Honor.
Ooh, prosecution. What do you have any counter arguments that you'd like to say to our defense team?
Now, Honor, have you heard of the Bible story
Please.
of the
Please,
prodigal
neighbor.
son?
Love thy neighbor, right?
The prodigal son, you know what I mean? Have you heard of that story?
He's returned, right?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
There's a rich man with 2 sons, right?
Uh-huh.
He tells his sons, go work. One said, nah, I don't want to do that. Give me all the money and I'm going to make a man out of myself. He said, sure. Gave him the money.
Isn't that Mulan?
Can I finish the Bible? I mean,
Oh, sorry.
with all respect to Your Honor, of course.
Shut the fuck up, Your Honor.
With all due respect, Your Honor, shut the fuck up, please. And then, he's like, yeah, he gave the son the money. Motherfucker, 2 weeks, that guy was fucking broke. He was fucking shoveling pig shit, eating pig food with the fucking pigs. He comes back. The father is like, my son has returned. Let's slaughter the calf and make a celebration. The son who never left came and said, but father, you don't throw a feast for me. I've been here the whole time working. And he said, tough luck, dude. That's fucking crazy. Go slaughter the pig like I said, bitch. To which I say, life isn't fair. God says so. Jesus said so in that story of the prodigal son. I'm going to be honest, I've been Catholic my whole life. They read that every year. I'm confused. I'm like, what is the moral? I can
You are
fuck
not
around,
helping your case here, buddy.
do Molly for 2 weeks, come back, and then I'm loved by my father? To which I say, my client is the prodigal son. They don't need to listen to the rules. That doesn't matter. We are the chosen.
Holy
Jury?
shit.
This is why I love these episodes.
Jury?
I have no response. I don't know what to say.
Thank you.
You know what? There was. All right. So Reddit deemed this one, everyone sucks here. Okay. And
Interesting.
I kind of disagree.
I feel like it's a
On that-
slam dunk for
Yeah, this is like a petty revenge that I feel like it's necessary because, okay, let's read the top comment. And I'm telling you off the bat now, I disagree with, the last statement that they said.
Yeah.
Sam Spade PI put, everyone sucks here. She's certainly the asshole for continuing to have friends over after 10 p.m. on weeknights, especially since she agreed not to. But she pays for half the internet. You don't have the right to block her access to it. Stop leaving notes, sit down and have a conversation with her.
They
to
did.
Which she said like they had a conversation 3 times about it. And I think the telling them that, hey, I appreciate it if you don't tell people to, come over here after a certain time. And the acknowledgement of saying like, hey, I hear you. I won't do it again. And to do it the same
doing it.
fucking day.
Yeah. And then on top of that, people are like, yeah, she's paying for the internet. She's paying for her groceries. That they're stealing that too.
Yes.
Like, what do you mean? She pays half the rent. It's like, yeah, she should have some say in like the ground rules of the house. And if she's laying down the ground rules, it's like 10 p.m. 10 p.m. is a reasonable time to be like, hey, okay, we can't be at my place anymore. Let's go to someone else's house.
Yeah.
That's reasonable, I think, as a roommate who, I don't know if they're going to school or working or whatever.
That sounds like they're going to school, yeah.
Yeah, some people have to get up early and 10 p.m. is reasonable to get the fuck out if your roommate has to get up early. So,
And you've shown the fact that you guys can't party there until a certain time and then go party somewhere else and it's fine.
Yes.
Thank you. That was the last part I was going to bring
Yes.
up. Like the moment the Wi-Fi was down, I'm like, oh, I guess we're going over to another person's house.
I mean, that was the most effective
it worked.
way to get them out.
Yeah, that's crazy to me that Reddit said everyone
I don't-
sucks.
I'd be changing the password every night.
Goddamn right. Hell yeah. Getting longer every night, to be honest.
Yeah.
Extra
Honestly,
character per fuck
if
up.
you want to be a good roommate, you could be like, you could have it, and then at 10 p.m. every night change it.
Oh,
That way, they're like, oh, well, I guess that's our sign to leave.
Or just, the moment they stay late after the curfew, it's like,
Yeah,
just change it immediately.
change it
yeah.
at 10 p.m. every time.
Yeah. I'm so glad I never. Well, actually, I did have a roommate at one point, but that wasn't very long.
I had roommates for 2 years. It was fun.
All right. Moving on to the next story. This one is posted by Business Core 7693. The title is, Am I the asshole for relying too much on a coworker?
16.
That's a 5 for me.
I'll go prosecution on this one.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's get to it. So I, 30 male, had a friend, 34 female, at work who has been slowly drawing away from me and I don't know what to do. This is a throwaway account as I never thought I'd end up posting here, but I need another perspective badly. I guess I have to start at the beginning. I have never been a very outgoing or extroverted person. I have never wanted to be popular or the center of attention. Have always been most comfortable in groups of 3 to 4 people and have never had more than 4 friends at a time. So after university, I was alone for a few years. I didn't do anything. I didn't study. I didn't work. I just wasted away. So back in the summer of 22, my father got me a job at a local company. I had anxiety at first, but it passed after a few weeks. Another colleague, John, 41 male, my real age, helped me through it. In the autumn of 22, Jane, 34 female, came back to work from maternity leave and was assigned to train me. She is friends with Anna, 34 female, and both of them are friends with John. I tried not to meddle too much, but after a few weeks, Jane started sharing stories from her life with me. At first, I didn't care as I didn't know her, but with time, it felt like I really got to know her and her family, even though I hadn't met them. And slowly, I started sharing back about my life as it only seemed logical to me to meet with trust. Fast forward 3 years, and we have been working together pretty well and know each other pretty well too. Back in December of 24, John fell ill and took a sick leave. He never came back and passed away from cancer in May this year. Since then, something just felt wrong. Jane gradually started drawing away from me and started sharing less. I thought I had done something wrong, but I didn't know what it was. So I decided to stop initiating and wait for her to ask me something. But she never did. It got worse in July to the point we said a few sentences throughout the day. As I didn't have anyone outside of work, this isolation got to me and my anxiety and insecurity started showing up again. So yesterday, I asked Jane to talk privately in a separate room. By then, I was a nervous wreck, stuttering and arranging my hands. I felt like I had done something wrong and had offended her and should apologize. She scrunched up at her face as if she were in pain. She said I had not offended her, but that lately, I feel like you should have blurred the line between professional and personal. She said I had a tendency to take things personally, and she also said she had noticed how I get irritated when I see her talking to other people. It honestly felt like a breakup, but she was trying to let me down gently. So I asked why. When she interacts with other people, she doesn't consider them blurring the line. One of the colleagues regularly makes comments about her dress/look. She takes it in stride. And she said, he doesn't think about it too much. It's just a joke to him. You overthink things too much. So before you do something, I know you've thought about it a lot.
I got a little confused at the end there.
Same.
I gotta be honest, when I chose prosecution, I was like, oh, this is someone who, dumps all their work on their coworker. So this is not where I thought this was gonna go. It sounds like OP is maybe being a little creepy towards, what's her name again? Sorry? Something. Jane?
Jane, yeah.
It sounds like OP is being a little creepy towards Jane in her eyes and has a right to pull away based on everything it seems. It's weird that it happened around the time of, that one guy's passing, which was unfortunate. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, if he's being creepy, he's being creepy, and Jane's allowed to pull away from that. So, asshole, I guess.
My client is pretty self-aware that they're not the most social person. You know what I mean? They may not understand all the cues. They've never had more than 4 friends, This person just wanted to communicate, open the conversation, because really everything seemed to be going fine. And then one day it kind of just wasn't, you know what I mean? So all my client wanted to do was get a clear, what have I done? What's going on? I don't know these things that well. And is that so wrong to do, to ask for some clarification? I don't think, sure. Did he pull her into a room privately to maybe harass her? Sure. Yeah. But that's not his intention, I guess. He was just wondering, why so serious? You know what I mean?
Okay.
To which, he got his answer. Is it weird that my client got strangely upset every time that my colleague's
Jane, just say Jane.
Just say Jane. Yeah.
spoke to anybody else? That is weird. Not good. Maybe unfortunately when John passed, all your energy maybe went into Jane, and Jane didn't know how to deal with that. I don't know. Pulling them aside feels weird, but maybe ask to, can I bring you coffee? Can we get coffee sometime? I don't know. Whatever y'all used to do. But again, my client is socially awkward. They might not know how to deal with
social
these
cues.
things.
Yeah,
they might not get all the social cues, and that's not wrong, I guess. Defend that.
I don't know how. I'm prosecuting. You're defending.
Right.
Yeah, I think I don't have much more to say. I already said it. Like, Jane expressed what she thought, and it sounds like OP was overstepping boundaries, which makes him an asshole. But if we're going true thoughts right now,
yeah, that's where we're going.
I think asshole, obviously, for making her uncomfortable. What OP does from here on out is like,
this is where we really can get a true judgment on.
Yeah, whether it was malicious intent or because they could just take this and be like, oh shit, I'm overstepping my bounds. I'll back up. You know what I mean? And then you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. To which the top comment for this one, Jedi Master Sifu Diaz commented, "You're obviously a very socially awkward person, and I think you make it pretty clear that you are aware of this. And if you weren't, I guess now you are." One thing that really hit me was the fourth paragraph: conversing casually with coworkers that you spend a lot of time with isn't meddling. And when you heard her stories, you at first didn't care because you didn't know her. That's a very strange take. You can care about a stranger's stories even if you don't know them. You are on here sharing your story and asking an endless number of strangers to care about it and have an opinion. And then you start sharing back because it was logical, not because it is normal or natural to converse with a coworker. So my guess here is that she is probably 100% correct that you massively overthink things. And that for you, everything is way more intense than what it should be. That being said, anyone has the right to end any relationship at any time for any reason. So she is not the asshole. You are not the asshole because you are hurt by this. There are no assholes here. Just a sad situation for you. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry you got hurt here. Maybe you can learn something from it. To which I really agree with what you guys said in the end. It's what she does afterwards is what, depending on what her actually, I guess our judgment about this person is. If she took it in stride and said like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not going to overstep my bounds anymore, then I think she's absolved with it. I think the self-realization that, hey, I'm kind of an awkward person. Maybe I don't understand social cues as much.
Sure.
There's like, resources where you can get where like, hopefully you can get checked for it and see like, if there's anything that you can learn from that situation. But if she does the same thing as she did the first time around, then she's overstepping her bounds, I think.
Yeah. I mean, and we don't know what like caused this. So they could be an asshole for maybe something they did that they just didn't realize was offensive. But yeah, again, it's like, take this and learn, not the end of the world. And then just take it and apply it to, relationships going forward.
All right. So next story is posted by Noodles17X. The title for this one is, "Am I the asshole for cooking my boyfriend's ravioli?"
That one. Do I get an extra punishment here?
3.
You gotta defend and prosecute at the same time.
Talk to yourself.
Oh, God.
All right. Story goes as this. Oh,
Wait, am I prosecuting and defending?
No, we're just messing around. Which one do you want, Sean?
Defend.
All right, let's get to it. So I, 35 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 40 male, for almost 2 years. We do not live together, but we see each other frequently. And every other weekend when he doesn't have his daughter, he normally stays here multiple days. So it's like his home away from home. I do not stay at his house often because I am a single mom of a 14-year-old and I'm not comfortable leaving her alone overnight. I have been short on money lately because all of my bills have gone up at the same time, so we've mostly been cooking at my house. Either I'll grab a few things from the store and cook, he'll bring food over he makes, or he brings over ingredients and I cook them. Once in a while, we take turns treating for something cheap like pizza or other fast food, but for the most part, we've been cooking. A few weekends ago, I had literally $0 to grocery shop, so he brought over a bunch of stuff to last the weekend, which included frozen cheese ravioli and a bag of meatballs. After figuring out his bills, he discovered that he had some extra money to treat to a dinner out, so the ravioli ended up not being cooked. He said that he wanted to bring it home so he could cook it for himself and his daughter. Of course, I said it was okay. He bought the food. Well, that was like 3 weeks ago. He's been over several times since and he never grabbed the food when he left, even after me reminding him several times. Fast forward to today, I'm in a spot where I'm broke until next payday and can't go to the store until then. My daughter has a friend over and I needed to cook them something for dinner. I looked in the freezer and saw the ravioli and meatballs were still there. I opted to cook them because it was an easy meal that I know the girls will eat. My boyfriend asked what I had for dinner and I told him the ravioli. And he asked, "My ravioli?" And I said, "Yeah." And he got upset and told me, "You could have asked me if it was okay and I would have said yes. I wanted to bring that home to cook." I thought he was joking at first, but he wasn't. I didn't think it was a big deal since it had been sitting in my freezer for 3 weeks, but with how upset he got, I'm starting to think I should have asked. So am I the asshole?
Your Honor, I'm going to approach the bench here.
Whoa, didn't even ask. How brave.
This ravioli bandit, as we will now refer to them as, is absolutely the asshole. What OP's boyfriend said, you could have just asked. It would have been a simple text, a call before you actually confirmed on making it. Would have been the simple step. And he said he would be okay with it. Doesn't matter how long it's been there. It is still technically his food. The nice thing and polite thing to do is ask and confirm that it's okay that you cook it. And that is where I'm going to end my prosecution. Are you looking up another Bible verse?
Yeah.
He's looking.
May I approach?
Feed the man fish. Teach a man how to fish. Go ahead, Sean.
Right now? Or?
Yeah. What are you searching there?
Nothing.
5, 4.
Just writing my notes.
Oh, okay.
You ever seen that, open up that bank account and then see 3 fat zeros there, 0 dots?
Shit, I've seen a negative, brother.
You've seen a negative.
I have too, actually.
Shit was red with a minus. Bro, that shit hurts.
Man, isn't that such a terrible feeling?
Oh, yeah.
You don't know what to do. You only see one option. You gotta
Steal.
fucking cook. You gotta steal. You gotta steal. Oh, when we do it, it's stealing. But when white people do it, it's collecting resources after a disaster.
Who's we? What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it, white man.
I'm pro stealing for corporations.
Overruled. All I'm saying is not a lot of options here. She's getting paid the next day. She's probably buying. Are you using a lifeline?
Oh, no.
Oh, you're saying you could have
called?
Yeah, he's making a point.
Have you ever had 2 children at the house? You gotta give them your full attention. You can't just
never have.
You can't just. Yeah. And that was a trick question for all of us.
I have 2 puppies.
My cat's
Got your ass. You have kids at your house? We got them, officer. Yeah, whenever you're babysitting 2 kids, you got to give them your full attention. You can't be taking time to call your partner to, chit-chat about this or that. You don't got time to do that. You're like, these are 2 hungry children that need attention. I got to cook them all I got. This thing is all I got. Unfortunately, you might say, oh, but you didn't buy that. That belongs to fucking whatever the fuck his name is, that 40-year-old. To which I say, possession is 9/10 of the law, unfortunately. And correct me if I'm wrong, Judge. 9/10, that's about 90% of the law.
Almost exactly.
Almost. Yeah.
Almost.
Which would, I think it's a fact that you could say that's more than 50%.
That is a fact.
That's
That is a
more than
fact.
30%. That's more than 10%, some could say. So it sure sounds like I'm in possession of this ravioli. It's been here for 3 weeks. I've been begging you to get it out of my house because I'm telling you, if I'm on my last straw, if I got nothing left in this freezer, you need to take this away from me. Otherwise, I will cook it because, again, I own this. At least 9/10 of the law says so. And what
specific law is that, sir?
The 9/10 habeas corpus litigation motion law of 1967, Your Honor.
Of the prodigal son.
Yes.
The prodigal
Of the
son.
Old Testament chapter Job.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah, you forget when you're not in practice. But I am always in practice. And all I'm saying is you begged, you pleaded. Your boyfriend said, I'll just get it later. I'll just get it later. At this point, I own that bitch. I'm going to cook it. What do you want me to do? Not just cook it? You want these kids to starve? I don't think so. You make it such a big deal like I can't tomorrow go buy ravioli for your bitch ass. Why don't you, instead of yelling at me about cooking the ravioli, why don't you say, hey, I didn't know you were at fucking 000.00. Let me fucking Venmo or whatever the fuck you do in Canada, link bank accounts or some shit. Whatever. Why don't I send you some money? Whoa, e-transfer? Whatever. Why don't I do that for you? Because I didn't know you were down so bad. I could help you out. But what did he do instead? Blame game. Why are you cooking the raviolis that have left in your fucking freezer for 3 weeks that you own? That you own at this point. At least that's what 9/10 of the law be saying.
Sean, let me ask you this. Are you comfortable with the boyfriend's kid to being hungry because now they don't have ravioli and meatballs for dinner?
To which I say that's on my boyfriend for not taking the goddamn raviolis 3 weeks ago. You could have cooked that for your daughter a long time ago. You chose not to. Now it's mine. 9/10 of the law says so.
You keep repeating that.
It's all I have, quite honestly. I rest my case, jury.
And somehow you talked for 4 minutes longer than I did.
You got to build a story. You got to get in the mind of the jury.
There was like nonsense. And this is why I love Sean's ranting on this, because it allows us to add additional ads on our fucking episode.
To which I love. So really, we all win.
Friend Lily, top comment for this one. They put, no one's the asshole here. They put, I would apologize for the misunderstanding. And I would ask him if this ever happens again that he take the food the first time you ask so you don't have to keep asking. Your daughter is 14. She could have accidentally taken it and cooked it not knowing, so he shouldn't keep stuff there that he doesn't want to get used. That part, I agree that that situation might happen, but I'm going to go back to like Josh's side again and say like the best thing you could have done
didn't happen.
That didn't happen. And you and OP had the complete control to just call in the boyfriend and say like, hey, these kids are hungry. The meatballs are here. The boyfriend obviously said, yeah, if you just ask, it's fine. I feel like we would go off on people. I mean, the real thoughts. I feel like we would go off on people just like taking shit without any permission, you know?
Yeah, at the end of the day, is it the biggest deal? No. And like, yeah, OP is in a tough situation, but all it takes is to call and just ask.
For sure.
That's at the end of the day, that's all it took.
But also at the end of the day, I own 9/10 of this spot.
Yeah, I don't know. It just apologize. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Yeah, if I was the boyfriend, I wouldn't care personally, but
I would be more concerned about your bank account being so low, I think.
Yeah. So not a big deal.
Yeah. What you should have done, OP, instead of calling is just cook 90% of the ravioli.
It's like, here's the 10% that you possess.
Yeah.
That's what I own.
All right, last story of the day before we go to the rich. Also, if you want 2 extra stories, you can go head on over to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network or be a YouTube member. We got 2 more stories that we'll do. If you want ad-free episodes, bonus live streams, and all that, links are on the show notes.
And we don't do the court behind the paywall.
No, we're just chilling there. It's true thoughts there. All right, last story today. This one is posted by _adaptness _8920. The title is, "Am I the asshole for telling a friend that when someone is as qualified as I am, they can charge the same as I do?"
That's a 9.
Oh, you beat me by 1.
Ooh. I will defend.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's a good spot.
So, English is not my first language, so please forgive me for any mistakes and expressions that don't make as much sense in English. So I, 46 male, am a lawyer. In my country, you go straight into the degree you want once you get out of high school
man
and
of
pass
honor.
the test.
Like us.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Professional.
The most professionalist is
Habeas and corpus.
Do you think
Damn.
OP's ever used 9/10 of the law in a
Absolutely not.
court? Yeah.
not as
Rookie.
pro as us, right? Rookie fucking numbers. During college, I met his friend, also 46 male. We were in the same classes and got along greatly for years. We've known each other for about 28 years now, and he was one of my groomsmen at my wedding. After I graduated, I did a 2-year post-grad degree while I worked. My friend always said that the experience was better than a diploma. I never minded it since he never pressed it, and when I met my wife, 43 female, she was just starting at the firm I worked at. We hit it off pretty well, and I started dating soon after. 3 years after I finished my post-grad program, I started my master's. My wife and I started to plan on opening our own law firm around this time, seeing as she was also pushing for her post-grad. Some years later, we finally managed to open our firm. The friend in question was there at the opening party for the firm and seemed happy for me at the time. Some years went by, and when I was around 38, I finally got my doctorate. Now, 8 years later, I'm a very good family/contract lawyer. Now, to the main issue of the post. Last weekend, mine and my wife's friends were around at our house having a little barbecue. Sometime close to the end of our get-together, this friend asked me how much was my hourly rate, because he wanted to start going the independent route. I told him the value, which they put kind of high, but again, I know I'm worth it. And he said, I charge too much for my services. I said something along the lines of, well, when you're as qualified as I am, you can charge the same or even higher. He was kind of silent/uncomfortable, and the party kind of died after that. My wife talked to me yesterday saying that some people thought the tone of my comment was kind of rude, even if I didn't mean it, and that I should talk to him. I didn't want to get seen as passive-aggressive in my response. I just answered his question. Am I wrong? Should I apologize?
Your Honor, can I approach the bench and prosecute this asshole?
Approach, kind sir.
Give me your gavel.
He's going to stick it in his ass.
Hey, yo.
I'm going to beat him up with it.
Lube it up first, at least. Shit.
Yeah, pretentious of you, OP, to rub in how much you make in front of all your friends. Make them feel small so you can feel big, like a big man, right? That's what you want? You piece of shit lawyer. God damn, I hate you.
Aren't you one right now?
Shut the fuck up.
Holy shit.
Hey!
That's the decorum.
I have the gavel now.
You gave him the gavel. This is your fault.
It's in me now.
Ooh.
Smell it.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
I gotta start charging as much as OP.
What the fuck? Yes.
I don't know what the rest of my point was. You're an asshole, OP.
May I bounce on a crazy style, Your Honor?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Here, you want the gavel?
Yeah, pass it. He's like, if you're a baddie.
This is for you. Are you afraid of the fire? Shout out a damn killer. A damn killer. Fallout by a damn killer out now. I'll say this. You know, Is it rude for my client to bring up how much they get paid? Maybe. But is it not ruder to ask the question? And then once you get the answer, to be like, well, I think that's a little bit too much. Is that not the biggest insult you've ever fucking heard? If Michael Jordan said, I'm worth this much, would you tell Michael Jordan? Well, I think that's a little too. Well, I think we all, if we're talking about our real thoughts,
they make a lot.
make way too much money. If we're going to be quite honest, they don't need. And the owners even more. They're making way too much money. It's the owners really that we have a problem with.
They get paid by billionaires. I don't care.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but then they make us pay taxes to build them stadiums. This is insane.
That's where it's fucked up. Yeah. But again, that's the owners.
But you wouldn't ask Michael Jordan. You wouldn't ask Michael Jordan, hey, I think that's too much money to play for the Bulls. I've won six championship rings. When you have famously six. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in the heat of the moment, bitch. I don't know. How dare you fucking be a little bit.
Let him keep going.
John did this with the gavel bit, so I didn't do it.
Okay, you're fine. Where the fuck was that? Look. Kobe 1-5, Jordan 1-6. Hakeem Olajuwon 1-2. You're not gonna say, "Hey, I think you're asking too much for this contract." I would say when you fucking won MVP, won the finals championship, won the finals MVP, been the best player in the league, I think then you could probably charge as much as me. But until then, bitch, you just keep asking questions and I'll just keep answering them. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, you asked me. Why are you mad at me for making money? If you think that's too much, then I'm not for you. I'm for them. You know what I'm saying?
You're for the streets.
I'm for the streets who got the money. You know what I'm saying? So how dare you ask me? Don't question it. Silence, decorum, actually. You know what I'm saying? So first off, everyone's upset. Oh, he's rubbing it in, how much money he makes. I didn't bring it up. Somebody asked me. And then, they're like, oh, well, why are you so smug about it? He said I'm not worth it. He said I'm not worth the price that I know I'm worth. That's rude. How am I the rude one? That's rude. Decorum.
This is
so
going
when
from
people
a guy
say,
who
how dare you have $1,000 tier on Patreon? You're not worth that. To which I say, how dare you? I'm worth everything. I set the price. If someone wants to pay it, then they pay it. So coming soon, in about 3 weeks, we will be opening up the $1,000 tier on Patreon.
we're launching it on the live show, actually.
And what we're going to do is, hey, I'm not saying it is or isn't worth it, but it is worth whatever people are willing to pay. And that's all I'll say on that.
Josh, do you have anything to say after that rant?
I feel that had more to do with Sean's personal life than the story
I
itself.
think this is a vent session for him, to be honest.
And would you ask Kanye West, the great... the Nazi, the greatest Nazi of our time.
Oh, fuck.
That guy sucks.
Straggling Shadow said, no one's the asshole here. I think your friend made a rude comment.
I think your friend's the asshole by being rude.
Yeah, I do too, actually.
I think you were a bit rude / blunt back. It's just a tiny road bump in your friendship. I'm sure right now no one is an asshole. I'm going full not the asshole for this.
I think so too, because this was an easy dunk for Sean, I think. Because
I somehow fumbled it.
Yeah, I don't know how you did that.
You went from having a good point to fucking talking about Kanye.
And would you ask Michael Jordan?
Because it is true. It's like especially with jobs like that, it's like education does have a lot based on how much you can charge, right? It's like the degree allows you to charge more, certain steps that you get.
Also, the win-loss record, your success rate. And it sounds like you have a really high success rate.
Yeah. So, and it is your own practice. You can charge what you want. So, I don't know. For your friend to ask you and then you to tell him and then him to make a rude comment back and then you to be like, well, I mean, I got this education so that I could charge this much.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fine. Like if my friend told me that, I would not get offended. I'd be like, yeah, that
good
makes
for
sense.
you. Yeah.
Good for you. So it's weird. It's weird that the vibe changed at the party.
Yeah.
Like one of the podcasts I'm a patron for on Patreon, they have a $50 tier. And I don't like look at them and I'm like, these fucking dickheads.
Because you're trying to get, like, how do I get
that's why I want the $1,000 tier. But like, if I saw them in real life, I wouldn't be like, I think you're charging too much. I'm like, no, if their fans want to pay for it, I mean, that's like literally all they do. And it's like D&D. So it's like hours upon hours of work on top of so it's just like, yeah, I mean, they get to set the price. They deserve it. They've worked hard enough to do that. So it's weird to one, ask the question, two, say something rude about the fucking price.
Yep.
Also, and then three, to act butthurt and ruin the vibe of the party. I don't know. It's all on your friend being weird. All you did, he said some passive aggressive stuff. You said it back. And now you're the asshole? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think the response was justified. You kind of went on a point there, Sean, that I agree with. Like it just reminds me of a lot of artists or people just in a creative space, right? I've seen it a lot in people like that does like artwork, and people are just like, it's fucking outrageous that they're charging millions and millions, but someone's willing to pay for it. You know what I mean? They're the ones that has the talent to do it. They market it themselves. They fucking put in the time to create masterpieces or certain artwork that people appreciate that are willing to pay money for. Same token as this lawyer, you know, they put in the work, they got their doctorates, they have all this, they open up their firm. They want to set the price, and people are paying for that business because they probably like the service that they get. So that comment was passive aggressive from the friend, and I don't think the clap back was rude, to be honest. I think it's just, hey, I can set this price because I'm qualified to set this price.
Yeah, that's how I read it as well.
It's not rude. It's just like, hey, I know what I'm worth. And I think that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
All right. That is it for this week's episode. Boys, anything you'd like to close out before we end the episode?
Court's at a session, but our live show's coming up.
Whoa.
Get your tickets now. November 15th, we're doing our live show. $30 a ticket. Doors open at 5 p.m. Show starts at 6. And then afterwards, we're going to be doing a meet and greet where you can meet with us, take some pictures, meet the wives. They'll be there as well. We will also be having limited edition merch available for sale on site.
And it will only be available there. We won't sell it on the merch store. We won't sell it after the fact. Only there.
I'm excited to see what that looks like.
So am I, actually.
I hope it goes well. I'm contacting, I'm talking to Chris tomorrow to figure out a design. If you guys have any ideas, feel free to shoot it my way. But I have some things.
You're the most artistic one out of all of us, Sean. So I think
I am the most autistic.
No, artistic.
Really?
I said artistic.
That Tylenol's hitting.
Motherfucker took extra strength today. All right. Well, that is it for this week's episode. Again, if you like what we do, consider being a patron or YouTube member. Links are going to be in the show notes. We did do 2 extra episodes for that. Mm-hmm. Also, we do bonus live streams, bonus gaming live streams. If you want cameo requests, we got that too, depending on the tier that you join. But again, sign up patreon.com/cultivate podcast network or be a YouTube member. Oh, go ahead, Sean.
RedOnWikiShop.com, RedOnWikiShop.com.
Oh, yeah.
Rachel did it again, y'all. Another dope design. And this is 2 months in a row we've had a cat merch, essentially. So we got some Kitty Gonna Crumb merch available for you. And check that out.
It's just a kitty biscuit.
Yeah, making biscuits.
It's gonna crumb.
Yeah.
Oh, it is cute.
It's very cute.
It's very cute.
This is the first time I'm looking at it, actually.
And Sean got that shit up exactly on October 1st, people.
Yeah, was it maybe 11 p.m.? Sure. Was it the final hour? Sure, but it was on the day.
It still mattered October 1st on Central Time Zone and Pacific.
Yeah, if you were anywhere else, I was late.
Mountain too, if you want to add that. But that is it for this week's episode. We will see you next time. I believe you guys are going to have a guest. So
yes.
Stay tuned. Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Get there.